Happy 4th of July. Well, it's 4th of July as of the recording. Got a letter from a longtime subscriber. He wanted our and or add them to the 1,000 giveaway chest. Your call. Really dig the channel. Keep it up, my friend. You're well on your way. Well, thanks, Vinny. I appreciate it. First, 100 sub giveaway. Vinny G. So, but Vinny wrote a letter and said, found these in a Coinstar a while back. Thought you could give them away. So Vinny sent along some. Well, we got a 1964 quarter, 64 dime, a 63 D dime, and a 64 D dime. So we'll add those into one of the giveaways. So we'll get on with the rest of the show. And today is question and answer day. We've got some questions, so I thought I'd go ahead and answer them. Some of this, may be basic to a lot of you guys, and if you're new, may not be. So we thought we'd go ahead and cover it. And first one was, they were asking about key dates. A key date is usually a lower mintage year and or mint, so it makes it more valuable. So they'll say a key date Morgan or a key date peace dollar. You could look at like a 1934 S peace dollar is a key date peace dollar. The year, and the S stands for San Francisco, so that was a lower mintage, relatively speaking, so it makes it worth more than the other ones. So that's kind of the basics of a key date, and that leads into the next one about mint marks, and they were asking about mints. As far as I know, the Philadelphia mint, I believe, is the oldest mint, and it's still running. A lot, coinage, we've got right now the Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, San Francisco Mint, and the West Point Mint running. The Philadelphia Mint will usually have no mint mark at all. We'll have a D. San Francisco will have an S. And on regular coinage, West Point will have nothing. So you can't tell it apart from a Philadelphia. But on commemorative coins or special editions, they'll have the W, which will usually make that coin worth more. So if you see a coin out there with the W on it, you want to hang on to that coin. It was something special, and they put the West Point Mint mark on it. Stepping back in time a little more, we had the Carson City Mint, which, the Carson City Morgans is all Carson City Morgans are somewhat a key date. There's some more common than other, but they're all desirable, Carson City Morgans. We had the Philadelphia Mint running then too, with the P, the San Francisco with the S. Oh, the Carson City was the CC. And New Orleans with the O. Stepping back a little further, there were two other mints. I think it was Charlotte, North Carolina, and I can't remember, in Georgia, but they did gold coins. Of course, the Charlotte had the C, and the one in Georgia was a D. And that was before the Denver Mint was running. I can't remember the name of the town, but that was it. Now the mint marks are usually found on the reverse of the coin. Let's grab a Morgan here. Hopefully I got one with a mint mark. Yes, it's S. Usually the mint marks can be found on the reverse. Oh, yeah, I forgot to flip. On the reverse. And it's usually, these are right down in, well, yeah, I can't, down in this area. And it's usually on the reverse, usually on the lower part of the reverse. Not always, but usually. There are some that are on the obverse, you know, like the pennies. Also, the standing liberty quarters. They are on the obverse, right on the bottom. But but usually you'll find the mint marks on the reverse. So I mean, if you don't have an idea where to look, uh, that's the first place I'd look, is the reverse on the lower part of it somewhere. Then that kind of leads into war nickels. I got a question about a war nickel. How do you tell that it's a war nickel? And yes, war nickels have 35% silver in them. They needed the nickel for the war effort, so they replaced the nickel with some silver. And actually, I mean, they were made during the war years, but they're pretty easy to tell because they have a big mint mark right here, right over the dome. That one is a, yeah, Denver, and you got a big D. And Philadelphia even had a P on those, so that made them easier to tell. So that's the war nickels. Then I was asked about GSA, Carson City Morgans. You'll find them. They come in boxes like this. The coin will come. Yeah, the light's kind of shining out. There you go. It's in a plastic case inside the box, and it'll say uncirculated silver dollar, and it'll come with a COA like this. You'll notice there will be some that don't say uncirculated. That was because back they didn't know how to grade them, and if it had some toning on the coin, they didn't put uncirculated on it. So just because it had toning, but those were coins that were found in the when they ran them off the mints. They put them in big bags, and I don't remember offhand where they were found, but these GSA coins, General Service Administration, were found stashed, and so they were boxed up and with the COAs and sold. Usually, the uh, being a GSA seems to make it worth a little bit more than a regular Carson City. So I mean, if you have a common date, Carson City would be like an 1884 Carson City. Quick little overview of that. Yes, but you can get these 10th ounce silver rounds. You're going to pay a high premium on them, but some people like having the fractional silver. Same reason they would get the constitutional silver. Then here's a 1 grammer. Here, we'll bring the 10th back up so you can get a little comparison. Yeah, that's a 10th. This is the gram, a gram next to the 1 ounce. Quite a bit of difference there, huh? So, I mean, I think this was a short one to kind of cover some of the basic questions. So if you have questions, send them in. If uh, I will try and answer them. There's a lot I don't know, but if I do, I will. I'm sure happy to share it with you. And again, I hope you guys had a great 4th of July. I picked up a few more coins. Nothing really special. I was kind of looking around to see. I got a few more, Morgans. I always have, I mean, a stack of Morgans around. But picked up some. Oh, yeah, I did pick up a 1921 high relief peace dollar, and that. Yeah, there somebody was asking about high relief, so good thing we got back to this. Uh, it's the relief on it is really, it stands out. So that's a high relief, and that's the way the designer intended it to be. but it took so much pressure and restriking to do it. And they only did a few in 1922, and then they went back to the regular relief. They didn't do the high relief. So that's that. And I picked up a few more vintage A-mark bars. They call them chunky ingots. They're 1 ounce. I really like these. I've got more of them. And picked up some vintage Englehart bars. These are some of the older ones. I've got a bunch more Englehart. On these, I like to try to sell these to help fund my bullion. But with silver being down and the premiums on these being so high, I'm going to have to sit on these Englehart bars probably for a while. I got some more over here, and there's more over there. That's the sad part of it. I'll have to sit around and wait probably for a while, but that's okay. I like having silver. I mean, I can always sell it if I need to. So anyway, again, I hope you had a really good 4th of July. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We'll be doing a lot more giveaways. Of course, like I said, we get to that. I want to get to that 1,000. I want to give all that silver away. There's a lot of it in there, guys. We'll have to do an update on that here soon because there's been silver added to it since then. I mean, I've thrown some in there even off video. So, you guys, again, you take care, and we'll see you next time.